On the one hand, we have, when we look at the race of Bolt and with the race of life, we think about how fast he is, we think about how young he is, we think about how lanky he is and how long his stride. And on the one hand, we have a series of attributes that are strength, that are length in his case, that are age, that are speed. Yes? That's one part of attributes. Those external things that make him foreboding and make some of the Americans quiver when they think of him. On the other hand, we think about some attributes that have to do with tenacity and drive and determination and cavalier confidence and an internal passion and hunger to win. Yes? Can you see the difference in these two baskets? One is physical, one is mental, one is external, one is internal, one is tangible, one is intangible. One is pragmatic, the other one is insubstantial and intangible and incorporeal. It is something on the inside of you that you can't touch with a hand. May I ask you the question, with which of these two parts of attribute does Bolt take his competitive edge? The physical or the emotional mental? No, where does he get his edge to keep winning and keep winning and keep winning? His size, his strength, his speed, or something on the inside of him? I think it's consensus that despite how fast he is, if the person who came 0.2 seconds behind him has been rendered to the back page of memory, if not records, it can't be speed. Because both of them are so fast that they could quickly interchange places. And the thing that keeps Bolt winning is this knowledge on the inside of him. The thing that gives him the competitive edge is some internal characteristics that say, I am Bolt. I come from Jamaica. I'm fast. I used to eat yellow yam and yellow yam good for me. He said, I used to walk barefoot, and if I have on shoes, I have an advantage. It's something inside him that says, I came here not to come second, but to win. It's something that says, if they break the record, I'm going to break it right away and still have the record. It's this hunger. It's this tenacity. It's this thing that says, I don't care what happens on this race. I am going to win. And if they come like the wind, I am the wind, and I'm going to be ahead. And that's how he wins. Because I'm telling you, 0.2 seconds is not even tick-tock. It's half that or quarter. In the race of your life, as you sit in the dark places at home and you imagine yourself achieving greatness that people talk about, that people remember after you've gone. In the race of your life, the primary attributes that you need are not the physical ones, are not the tangible ones, are not the ones that are empirically observable on the outside. They are internal things that make you great. Now, what am I saying here? Am I suggesting to you that you could just as easily walk into the Olympics and run by having a good attitude? No, actually, Grace and I hired a woman who is a charming, charming woman. She just made the office feel good. Oh, before I expressed that I wanted coffee, the coffee was there. She would do any task put before her. And we had to fire her because of her competency, because of technical skill that she didn't have. It broke our heart to fire her. When we think about her now, Grace, we're sorry we had to fire her, yes? We really are sorry. It was a sad thing to have to part with her because she just made the place feel great. I'm not suggesting that good attitude and internal condition are all you need. I'm suggesting to you that working in the company where you are, you have to come up to a basic level of competence even to be there. It is not an advantage for you to have a couple college degrees if that's what's required. It simply is the price of entry. And now that the half a dozen people in your department have their couple college degrees, you are just one of them. And now that your technical competency and your logic and your pragmatics are there as a part of your name, what gives you the edge in your life is the internal conditions that separate you from the crowd, the followers. So yes, you have to be competent. Yes, Bolt has to be fast. Yes, you have to be able to calculate fast on the bank. Yes, you have to be able to balance the figures and know case history if you're a lawyer. But that gets you on the level of all the other lawyers, because if they don't have it, they don't get to play. And the edge comes from internal things. It is transformation, but it is from the inside. It's those things that are not observable with the eye that give you the edge in your life. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a calm sense of confidence, not being cocky and wearing your credentials on your shoulders. Sometimes we get confused. You need to be strong. You need to stand in place like God put you there, because guess what? He did. But you stand in place humbly. And you stand in place with your feet in the ground. And you say, I'm here to make a difference. I didn't come here to lose. There's no such thing. I'm here to redefine reality. And you stand there with calm assurance. And when troubles come, you make them knock you and you stand again. Like the feather who sits on top of the boisterous ocean. And it billows and it tosses and the winds whip it away. The feather never goes under the water. It stays. And it stays. This is the internal characteristic that you have that says problems will never take you down. That's where the edge comes from. And if you want to win the race of your life, you have to have that on the inside. Oh, this makes such a difference on a personal basis. It makes such a difference on a professional, organizational basis.